I'm not late, you're late, Smada. Hi, guys. It's D&D time. I may or may not be a little bit late, as you can tell. Uh, it's what time? It is a time in the afternoon. It is only 2 minutes after the official start time, but stream started about 10 minutes ago, so in actuality, and I'll push up my imaginary glasses, teabag. It's D&D time, though. We don't have Centaria, that's why we ran the Thursday game, but it's fine. We got everybody else. We got the Kara, we got the Valus, we got the Astia, we got the Nugri. I gotta wait on two of these bitches to be changing their reactives. Side-eyeing you, Valus, who is suddenly a middle-aged man, and Nugri, who is not a humanoid. Kara's not on the scene. To be fair, I expect Kara to be showing up in the screen later, based on what we talked about, or what you talked about, and what you showed me. Mysterious. You spelled mysterious wrong. I'm not going to sit here and tell you how to spell mysterious, because I'm going to be honest, I don't remember how to spell it off the top of my head. But I know it's not that. I know there's a Y at the beginning. I know that much. Uh, Erica, why eat my Uncrustable? So, last episode was a relatively shorter episode that primarily focused on Kara and Centaria interacting with this Dryad and her pet, Displacer Beast. They got a hint of what true Faewild, so 5 hour stream today, it could be. I wouldn't mind. Also, close that, and let's move this over here. It could happen. We'll see. But, yeah, those two got to interact with the Fae. They got to experience some Faewild wild magic. And Centaria is now on a mission to go fetch starfruit from the local market. She has a week to do so and bring it back to the Dryad. In return, she has grown a little more skilled in a certain ability of hers, which I will not reveal only because she DM'd it to me, meaning she wants it to be private for the time being. With this Fae contract, it is made through the contract spell, and this contract spell makes it so that if you choose the gift option, you can grant the person receiving the gift the ability to have a proficiency in a skill, a weapon, a tool set, a saving throw for a duration set by the deal. In return, that person has to complete a task for the other person. And we saw that perfectly with this last one. If she doesn't manage to meet this quota, she will be branded as a breaker, a pact breaker. I think it's called an oath breaker, but pact breaker is what it is. But with that being said, let's hit them with a tres, dos, uno. Wah.
Wah,
Wah.
bitch.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I'm
Love
a
you.
bitch. I'm a bitch.
No, okay. We're not quite ready. Could you go back to just recapping last session a
Oh,
bit more?
okay. So anyway, since they're not ready, I gotta that would ostracize Tulip from the Face Society. No, no, no. Actually, it really would. But no. To be fair, Tulip is on a self-discovery journey. Who knows? Maybe she'll find a group that accepts her for being a Fae contract breaker. You never know. Alright. Okay. I've done a little more recap.
Perfect. That was the exact time we needed.
You're so welcome. Alright, go ahead and do us a recap, Smada.
All right, so basically, you were talking about last session, Tulip and Kara interacting with the Faewild. Then they have to go fetch a starfruit,
Yeah.
and or they'd be branded a heretic.
Yeah.
I don't think anything else of significance to any other characters happened at all.
No. It was just the two Faes.
Yep.
Ignoring the fact that Ostia is also a Fae, but like it's a gray area, you know, because Centaur. No. Let me go ahead and clear my throat of peanut butter. I wish I had a sponsorship about what I was drinking, but I don't got a sponsor. It's just Mountain Dew.
Today's session sponsored by Rage. No, I'm joking.
God, if I got a random raid sponsorship in the middle of a D&D stream, that'd be insane.
Oh man, Valus is looking really masculine today.
I know.
Okay.
Check out the beard on Valus today. Woo-wee!
I didn't know we had another gender fluid character in the party.
It's just that, you know, we needed a stunt double for the next scene.
We needed a stunt double. Hey, yo, new reactive drop? Let's go?
Mhm.
Mind if I enlarge that a little bit so people can get a good look at that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, where's Clover? There's Clover.
La la
That's
la la la.
Womp.
She also has a different face when I mute.
Oh. Ooh. Looks very unpleased.
Yeah.
And on the flip side, also let's move you back to where you need to be. Nugri is looking awfully unscaly today.
He's missing his beard.
Oh, that's right. I need. Oh, Mello, don't forget to turn off the knocking.
The knocking.
The knocking?
Yes, the knocking. I understand the knocking.
So
we all know
they
about the
ro-
knocking.
they rolled out a new feature on Twitch that allows people to knock on your stream to ask to collab. So there is a way you can. There's like a workaround. I think it's Creator Dashboard. Stream together, and then you add favorites, but you don't add anybody. I'm just gonna add you in there, and you will be the only person that can like do that. But I know that you won't. And you can add one person or like no people, and it'll prevent people from being able to like try and force a collab with you and like interrupt your stream.
Got it. Awesome.
Yeah, it's a horrible new feature that they just implemented.
Pause collaborations for this stream.
Yeah, and then I'll walk you through on how to fix it afterwards.
Yeah, I forgot that thing happened in the first place because I'm like, it's never gonna apply to me. But who knows? We might get Chucklefuck McGee over here.
I'm gonna make a whole channel so I could mess with you.
You know what? I could see that. You technically have a channel already, so.
Become a streamer just so I can keep bugging you with the knocking thing.
Room service, room service. I wish to come in.
Ghost, change your reactive.
Was reactive currently.
Your basic one.
Your basic one.
Alright.
I
Over
see
here.
no scales today, sir.
I'm gonna naked Nuggery. Scaleless.
Nuggery has been shaved.
Nuggery has been
Mega
turning into
Mind
Nugget.
phase. Scaleless. No scales.
No scales? No growing?
Nuggery is in their shedding arc.
He's on his evil campaign right now. Okay, so last we left off, you all had begun your journey to the town of Melmerizex, the town Ostia that you call home, or at least the closest thing to what you would call home. You all have decided to officially party up and join together. Some of you have business in town. Centaria is not here at the moment, but Centaria has a reason to be here, both to accompany Ostia and also to come look for a star fruit to bring back to the Dryad. Kara and Nugri, you technically don't need to be at this town, but you do have a mission that you could probably turn into one of the local inns and hopefully still get some reward from it if they are able to contact the town below them, which shouldn't be the hardest task for them to pull off. And Valus, you honestly are the least motivated to be here out of all of them, but you're here because they have at least been friendly, and you all decided to travel together. After all, you're exploring, and what better way than to explore with the party?
Also, the
Yeah,
proof that you are
exactly.
not threatening at the individual day, which we are researching upon this mission.
That is true. And Nugri still, would have some suspicions. You guys have only gotten to know each other for roughly 3 days. It takes about 2 days to get from the forest to this town. So, having only known each other for 3 days, I don't really have anything planned for the trip between. So, I will ask if anyone would like to roll for today's little loot bag opening.
Yeah, I would like to.
All right, we got Valus
Cool.
doing hers. Would anyone else like to roll?
Does anybody else want to open my bag?
Astia got a 53.
Kara, would you like to trade bags? Open my bag, I open yours.
Sure.
All right. And is Astia, you're opening yours for yourself?
Yep.
All right, you got a 53. How long is that typically?
How long is what typically?
Okay, that's funny. Yeah. You'll figure that out. So, Kara, you're opening Valus's bag, and Valus, you'll be opening Kara's bag?
Yeah.
And Nugri, are you opening your bag, or are you holding off for today?
If anyone wants to open it, if not, he'll open it.
Okay, so I think he'll be opening his today. So, Astia, today you pulled out your bag and you decided to see what little funky gift you're gonna get from today. And you certainly did get a gift. You got a ladder.
Certainly funky.
A whole ass ladder.
Not just any ladder. A typical ladder is about 10 feet in D&D. You got a 20-foot ladder.
A 20-foot ladder at a 10-year bag.
You
should
pulled
probably-
We are full on tune forcing. You just start like magician pulling up this ladder out of your bag.
What sorcery is this?
Doesn't
Well,
slide.
You can break that ladder down into 2 or even 4 10-foot poles.
Is it a
one for each of us.
foldable ladder, or is it just one whole ladder?
Just one whole ladder.
Can I give it to Nugri?
You're gonna give it to Nugri?
I can't hold it.
Heavy ladder
thing is like-
apocalypse.
20 times taller than she is.
I feel like they set the bag onto the ground at some point and just start.
This is just like that Mary Poppins scene where she's pulling the coat rack out of it, and it just keeps.
It's like
Except it's a
every clown
20-foot
ever when they
ladder.
start pulling out the ribbon chain, and they're just like keep on pulling it out and out and out, but it's just a fucking ladder.
Nuggery throws it onto the cart.
You know what? Yeah, he got the cart. It can certainly carry that. All right. We had Kara. You rolled a 91 to open Valis's bag. Let's see what you get out of that.
A whole ass dragon.
Rah, rah, roo, la, la.
You get a small vial of some sort of green liquid inside of it.
Drink it.
Does it look edible?
It certainly could be edible.
Does it look edible more than once?
It could certainly be edible. Would you like to roll a medicine check?
Sure, I'll roll a medicine check to see if this would be edible more than once.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, I got a 69.
Nice.
Hey.
That is a 12. You know it's a venom of some sort. You're not really sure if it's a venom that could be toxic to you. It could be toxic to something else, but you're not entirely sure. Like if it's deadly to you or not, but you know it's a venom at least.
Nuggery, there's spices for food.
Nuggery dips his finger into it.
Alright, you dip your finger into the venom.
Licks it.
It tastes spicy.
Nods approvingly.
Go ahead and add a vial of spider venom to your inventory. It only paralyzes insectoids. And then you got a 69, Miss Clover?
Yes.
Not Clover. Valis. My brain had to do a short circuit. All right. With a 69. Oh, God. You pull out a small pendant. This pendant is in the shape of a rooster's head. Nothing seems to happen immediately.
She's gonna pin it on
Directly. Oh, go
her
ahead.
cloak. She's gonna pin it on her cloak.
Lovely. I'll go ahead and get through everyone else's and I'll explain what that pendant will do. And then what did Nuckery roll?
I didn't roll yet because I was waiting for you.
I go ahead, roll. Let's see what funky little thing he gets.
4.
4. You pull out a candle.
This is not edible. Yeet.
You're yeeting the candle?
Put it onto. So I put it onto the ladder.
Alright, fair enough.
Yes, add fire damage to the improvised weapon.
He's coming down with the steel ladder and the fire damage.
Dude, how much extra reach that ladder will give you?
20 feet. You could you
Yeah.
could make it into a bayonet. So you all open your bags and you get your funky little treats. About 50 minutes later, it is exactly, I would say, 8 o'clock. Valis, your pendant starts cuckooing. Or cacawing, like a rooster. It does so for about
Crowing.
30 seconds.
The phrase is crowing.
You're crowing. The next hour, exactly on the dot at 9 o'clock, the pendant starts crowing for 30 seconds. 10 o'clock on the dot, it starts crowing for 30 seconds. You
I think
have
it's broken.
a rooster pendant that squawks and crows every hour on the dot.
Cute. I love it. This would be
Nuggery
helpful if
hates
she
it.
knew how to tell time.
That'd be useful if we had a sextant.
Nuggery hates it.
This is going to be great for stealth missions, trust.
No, that'll get left behind. As soon as they have a stealth mission, she'll just put it in
She'll
a
pop it
box
off.
somewhere. And she'll put it in a box somewhere and come back for it.
I
Yes.
will be calling you out if you do not call it out every time you go on a stealth mission. If you do not say, I leave the pendant behind, I will call you out on it. I hope you know that.
I expect nothing less.
Good, good. You guys on the third day of travel begun nice bright and early. Around 7 o'clock is when you officially got up.
Yeah.
You had traveled. It took you a good portion of the morning into the afternoon times. You all show up to the town of Melmerizex. Melmerizex? It would be
Melmerizex.
this, and it would be this. I'd say it would be about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, our time, for when you guys do show up to the town of Melmerizex, or Zex, Melmerizex. It is, compared to some other towns, on the smaller end, as Ostia you know it to be. It only has roughly 4,000 or so people living inside of it. It's a port town. They have a good stock of fish, so the further into town you get and the closer to the ocean shore, obviously, the smell of fish is quite strong. But that's not all. Leading up to the village itself, there are multiple cattle and pig farms, kind of dotting the acres of land that surround the outside of town. Astia, you know plenty about this town. Nugri and Kara, you guys might have been here once, but it's not a place you're all too familiar with. And Valus, you've never been to this town at all in your life. We're going to assume, for this session at least, that Centaria will be sticking with Ostia. As you guys show up into town, you begin in the district of Nordo, a very small district that is comprised of only residential homes, save for one actual business, you could say, which is a simple law firm. Now that you guys are all in town, what would you like to do?
Well, we're here to get clothes, right?
Well, I mean, we're here from many reasons. I have to let Miss Jane know that we're going on an adventure. We gotta let you guys go to the guild so you can turn in your quest. And we have to give Rayla some new clothes so she looks less scary.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, there's more fish.
Is the brothel located?
Excuse you?
Is this Nugri asking in character?
This is me asking out of character.
You wouldn't know.
I wouldn't
You
know.
need to
Would
know.
Nugri
You wouldn't know at the top of your head. If you asked around, you could probably get some intel on that, but
know?
This is me saying out of character that Kara has been riding on Nugri's shoulder for the majority of the past 3 days.
very cute. We love it.
Okay. So, what do we want to do first? You know, we should go see Miss Jane. Miss Jane's very important. She would know exactly what we need to do.
Should turn in mission. Coin.
You could do that later. We gotta go see Miss Jane. I don't know if she's even still gonna be there. This is important. Miss Jane first.
Could we turn in the
Go on.
mission to Miss Jane?
I don't think so. Miss Jane's not the guild. Go
Roll
ahead.
persuasion.
Just,
You want Ostia to
No,
roll
I'm not.
persuasion?
I'm not using those dice.
Kara gives the help action by kicking Nugri, climbs down to the shin, and starts kicking.
You're a cat.
On
You
the
wanna roll?
shoulder.
No, actually, you're the bad luck cat. I can't let you roll the dice.
You're the bad luck cat. Yeah.
That
I
is
just
true.
pictured
She
the
is the bad luck cat.
The
Alright, you know,
TikToker
fine.
who
Here.
with Cards
Roll
of
it.
Humanity.
Oh,
Yeah, you
I've
actually
seen
didn't do
that.
too bad that time. Alright, it's a 15. 15 total for
I
persuasion.
believe this is a good idea.
Yes. So Miss Jane, we go. She's like gonna hesitantly take your hand and to the church. Wanna
What
roll it
about
again, Cat?
Valus? Will Valus be going?
Nuggery places their whole hand on Bakara's head and just carries him that way. I just no picks him up by the scruff.
What? Who are you picking up?
Kara.
Valus is just following along quietly.
This works out great. Miss Jane wanted to know if you were a bad scary person or a good scary person, and now I could let her know you're a good scary person.
You're a good scary person.
Is there an option for us to not be scary?
Well, we're gonna work on that after you guys get to turn in your quest.
So you were all going to go see Miss Jane. Sorry, one of my cats knocked over a couple of the Pokemon figurines. I was just
Need to
picking
place Kara onto the cart. Offer them all to get on the cart, except Ostia, who is leading the way.
I completely forgot about the cart.
It's really hard to get through it with the 20-foot ladder. It keeps bumping
I
into
mean,
trees.
We
you
used
know,
that for firewood along the way.
when you saw this on the ladder, you could have just broke it in half, and then we could have had 2 ladders.
Yeah, we're left with about a 3-foot ladder.
So, I mean, I
So we
guess
have
you
a
could
step
use that to
ladder.
climb.
What do you do? Oh no, what do you do, step ladder?
No!
Right.
Hear
got the
creaking
stepladder
metal
stuck.
sounds.
Who got the stepladder stuck in the cart?
I blame Nuggery. So you all begin traveling your way through the town.
Why is the cart leaking tree sap?
You start up in Nordo, uh, and with Ostia's help, you're able to maneuver your way through. You go through the district of Rad Street, which again is very heavily what's the word? A residential district, though this one has certainly a lot more actually going for it. You know, a couple more shops actually open, a big open space that seems perfect to hold a market.
Probably
But
stand out like a sore thumb.
you keep making your way through. You cut through the district of Colesmith and you enter Hethal, or no, Lethal. Right, it's called Lethal, the biggest district in all of the town, and also the district containing many of the actual churches and guilds that this town has to offer, including Ostia's. You guys make your way through this district. There are a good number of residential homes, but there's just as many, if not more, warehouses and shops. You can see signs about the 2 different guilds that are found in town. You can hear rumors here and there talking about some giant water sea snake thing that people seemed rather hush hush about. Ostia, you know who they are talking about, but no one else has ever seemingly heard of this creature. But that's not of importance right now. What is important is that you all make it to Miss Jane. And you do make it to Miss Jane. Miss Jane is set up inside of what seems to be an abandoned shrine church-like building. Not as big as other churches, but not small enough to only be considered a shrine. It seems really run down, very patchwork-esque, like people have been trying to repaint it, rebuild it, but not to really any effective measure. It is very quiet and empty, save for all of the hubbub coming around from the outside and the people walking about. It takes you about 2 hours to travel through town because you are basically going from the top of town to the bottom of town to get here. But as you guys go ahead and pull up Ostia, you are now officially home.
Yay. Alright, I'm a Russian and see color for Miss Jane.
You go ahead and you rush into the church. You watch as your centaur friend you all watch as she just clops her way up the little mini steps and bursts into the very old, barely taken care of door. And she begins to call out for Miss Jane. Does anyone else follow her? Or is it just her going?
I don't know
Okay.
this person's house, but then again, I don't know if Nugget will care.
I'll follow in.
I mean, it's not a house; it's a church. It's a shrine.
I don't know this person's house.
All right, we have Valus going in, and Nugri is staying out. What about Kara?
Yeah. Kara's also gonna kind of like watches and peeks through whatever open doors that there may be, or a window or something, but stays outside.
All right. So, let's go ahead and open this up in another tab. You, Valus, follow your newfound companion, Ostia, to go on inside of this church. It is very odd for you to be in here. You don't really go into churches yourself. You're not one of those devout religious folk. It's not a place you'd visit all that often. Walking in, it is a very overwhelming sensation. Even though there isn't that many churchgoers, any sisters, any priests directly inside, save for one other person that we will get to in a moment, you can tell that the holy energy radiating, especially coming up by the center stage area, is very powerful. There is.
What?
Oh, go ahead.
No, sorry, I was making a mouth noise.
Uh, the one person that is in there is exactly who Astia is looking for. They seem to be some almost elf-like in appearance, with silvery white hair that covers both of their ears. You can make out the rough outline of one of those ears from one, but not the other. They have very fair skin, and they are donned in a combination of silver and red armor that makes them stand out very bulky and very defensive. A very typical look for a paladin of sorts. As the sounds of Astia's voice ring through, the figure will turn their face. They're not really easily able to be told via gender like what they are. They seem very androgynous for the most part. As they turn around, they look at you, Astia, and you see them smile. Glad to have you be back.
I'm just gonna rush in and give her a hug. Like, Miss Jane, I made new friends, and I found a scary person who's still scary, but she's not a bad scary, she's a good scary.
She will return the hug, not very tightly, just a nice one arm wrapped around your shoulder kind of hug, and gives you a little pat on the head. I imagine Centaria would be here, but I won't be focusing too much on what she's doing since, CC is not here.
You're
I
here
see
in spirit.
you made some friends. And she'll go ahead and look up and she'll meet you, Valus, in the eyes. Valus, can you make me a wisdom saving throw?
10.
10? Can I get everyone but Valus to leave the call momentarily?
Ooh, Alice is in trouble.
Hey, Liz. It's only 2
Valus?
minutes in town.
Valus,
It's
you know the signal. Make sure to use the signal if you need help.
Ladies, don't take it.
I was just about to move him. uh, Valus, as this individual locks eyes with you, it is not normal for you to be in this sort of place. It is almost the exact opposite of where you grew up and the people you knew. Locking eyes with this person and staring into their silvery eyes, you just immediately get this overwhelming sense of fear and judgment coming from them. Her eyes seem to narrow very thinly as they stare directly into yours. And although this person isn't speaking, this person isn't moving, you can hear what sounds like two dragons roaring, screeching inside of your head, giving you this pain-splitting headache, followed by a small, almost childlike girl's laughter as this ringing just goes through your ears. Let's see. I don't think she would have anything like too high level that would actually like kill you or anything. Don't worry about that.
I'm worried.
um, no, this wouldn't affect you, right? No. You do get this overwhelming sense that you just want to run away. You want to move as far away from this person as possible. You can feel the fear and the sense of running kind of collide. Your legs want to move, but at the same time they feel paralyzed in place. Does Valus have any sort of specific way that she reacts?
Yeah, I focus on Bayless's character sheet. Not Nazi guy. Well, Valens. Valens?
Valus?
Valens? So she's being.
She is both frightened and the it's almost like a paralysis. Frightened and paralyzed. And this one isn't really like a condition, but she has a very, very bad headache now. From what sounds like two dragons and a little girl's laughter ringing in her ears.
I'm gonna counterspell whatever she's doing to me.
I'm gonna double check and see if that's even possible.
Please do. Because that's the only thing I can do.
You cannot counterspell this.
Okay.
Because it's technically not a spell, it's a class feature.
Oh.
Gotta remember, this is a paladin.
I have nothing I can do.
In that case, we will go ahead and bring the others back in.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll get that message, but maybe. Ow. Free action cry.
Bloop.
Bloop.
Pre-action cry. What?
You know what? I take a free action. Bayless starts crying.
No, why are you crying? What happened? What?
And it's not like sad little tears dribbling down her face. She's like, she starts full on bawling.
Oh my
Ostia, you begin to hear Valus breaking down almost, like full on sob crying. Nothing seems to have happened. You know Miss Jane looked her way, but that's just about it.
What? What's wrong? Why are you crying? What happened? Just like gonna rush over and give her a handkerchief.
Unfortunately, Velas can't move. She's standing there.
Ah,
Almost like she's paralyzed.
Miss Jane! Miss Jane, what's wrong with my friend?
Do we hear this? Do we see this?
I would
Kara
say,
was watching, so
Kara, all you saw was this person, Miss Jane, just simply look over to Valus. Nothing happened. You didn't see Miss Jane's mouth move. There was no movement of body, nothing of the sort. Just a simple eye contact. I would say yes, you two can hear this. As Astia, you begin calling for Miss Jane does begin to approach. Uh, they have their weapons, still sheathed. They don't have it drawn or anything. She walks over
Walking
with
in with my
a smile, very similar to that of, say, like a preschool teacher or a kindergarten teacher, the way they would smile down at their students. Very kind, very warm and opening. She wears that smile as she walks on over. She will look over to Valus, kind of get a little close. And Valus, you can hear the simple whisper of, and I will just DM it to you. Where is the U? That's in caps. That's not what I wanted.
She's whispering very loudly.
Very loudly.
Dumbledore said calmly.
Dumbledore said calmly. Did you put your name in the goblet of fire? He said calmly.
Valus kind of seems to like crumple like a doll cut from its strings.
No, what's wrong with Valus? Astia's gonna start crying now.
Miss Jane will simply just put a hand onto Astia's shoulder and just give her a little squeeze. Oh, don't worry. I think your friend is just a little tired, that's all. Perhaps you should go lay her down on one of the benches. That way she can rest.
Okay. Come on, Valus, let's go lay down.
How heavy is Valus? Not
Not
that
that heavy.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she's like 4'11", maybe 95 pounds.
Okay, yeah. Astia can lift that.
This was fine upon entering this place, right?
See.
Trying to think, like, is not very smart enough to think mental fatigue or something happening to them.
Considering you have a 9 in intelligence, you have
That's why
the
I'm flip.
intelligence of a kid.
I'm flip flopping between. Does he burst the fuck in there? Because this person hasn't done anything.
Again, keep in mind.
They're on the floor crying.
Keep in mind, you have the intelligence score of that similar to like a human, an elf, an orc child.
I don't know.
Kick the door open.
Human children are very
The
perceptive.
door is open. You don't have to kick it open.
I'm gonna kick the door open.
Kara sneaks in, closes the door so Nucker can kick it open.
Go ahead and roll me stealth.
Do you know how long it takes to repair this place? We do not have carpentry skills.
That's a dirty 20.
Of course it is. Yeah, you sneak on in. What is Yeah, that works. That's fine.
Wait, do I notice?
Oh, your passive
Notice a
perception is a
very
21,
angry
right?
lizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd notice. You would notice Kara at least sneaking in and then closing the door.
That's weird, but okay.
And then all of a sudden, bonk! Fucking setting up his WWE entrance.
When he kicks in the door, Astia just feels.
Seal. You kick in the door. It doesn't seem to startle Miss Jane any. She just turns her soft, warm smile directed towards the two of you. I see. There is a few more friends that you made, Astia. Oh, you're a seal now. And she'll like lean down and just gently rub like the side of your seal. Not like full belly, but like, side pats.
Velas is getting seal hugs now.
You walking over to Valus and going, "What you do to them?"
You're saying this to Miss Jane?
Yes, because I don't know what fucking happened. I just saw them talking to them, looked at them one moment, and then they'll drop like a sack of bricks. To my knowledge, it did something to them. They were
You didn't
fine
see
upon
this.
coming to the sound.
Nugger, you did not see this.
I didn't. Yeah.
You heard Valus begin crying. Kara saw this happen, but you didn't say that you were near the door or anything, so you were probably with the
Okay.
cart.
I heard the crying, so I figured
Yes.
something happened. There we go.
She will simply just keep her smile looked on you. Whatever do you mean? Emotional outbursts are quite common, especially in a churchly setting.
Agree begins to squint.
Can I roll insight on
Go ahead.
Miss Jane?
How dare you guys be suspicious of my teacher? They are the kindest
That's a
person
very good
ever.
29.
Mm.
That is what, an 18 plus 11?
That'd be yeah.
Yeah. She's not lying. She's not lying. She's definitely not letting on anything more, but she's not lying.
Would Kara be familiar with this style of speaking as a fae?
Considering your upbringing, women are so hysterical. You know how women be. I would say you're not the most familiar with it, but you would have heard it from let's say your mother, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I know
Your
exactly who you're referring to by that.
your mother would probably have used it here and there, but it wouldn't have been so often enough for you to become, like fluent with it.
Got it. Well, that's unfortunate. Will she be okay?
Oh, I hope some rest will simply do her fine. My name is Jane. What are your two names? Rivet, give her one of your hysteria beyond sticks. Oh, that's a callback to something
Next.
that happened this morning. Anyway, uh, she will simply reach out a gloved hand, a glove like metal gloved hand, to you for a handshake.
What kind of metal?
Uh, it would be of the.
Silver
It's
variety.
gonna sound crazy what I'm about to say. Do 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 do. No, it's not silver. It's adamantine.
Hmm.
I forget. Are Fae weak to adamantine?
Shouldn't be.
No,
I think it's just iron.
Yeah.
Silver and
Kara personally doesn't like silver though.
But yeah, it's adamantine, so it won't hurt.
You can call me Pew.
Pew?
everyone lying to Miss Jane about they need Jane.
I'm going to okay. Roll me deception.
Are you sure?
Yeah, positive.
'Cause, I'm pretty sure this isn't a lie.
It could be.
Yeah. Alright, I'll roll deception.
What is Q like your last name?
It's
Yeah.
24.
That's pretty good. I'd say that's pretty good.
Dude, why do the dice like you so much better? What the fuck?
Yes.
They don't. I'm
Yeah.
rolling tens.
Uh, he has a plus 12 to it, so
These dice are so mean.
remember, this man built this character for role play.
Listen,
There are
I
two
need-
types of building. There is attack building and there's roleplay.
Actually, there's like 4 different types of building, and those are. Because then
There's
you have
those
like
two
what
are the
I
two
do,
extremes.
where I'm just like, okay, this looks cool. Let's just throw that in there.
Middle of the road. You do a little bit of both.
And then there's the people that don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Which is also middle of the road, but on the opposite spectrum. That's
Yeah,
when
so
they
it's
hit
like
the
a 2D
random button.
graph. It's like a 2D graph of the ones is competency and incompetency and roleplay and combat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's political compass charts.
Yeah, political compass. Let's talk politics, everybody. So,
Okay, I'm
Woo.
leaving. It was nice knowing you.
good campaign, everybody. She will smile and take your hand. What an adorable little name. Just like the name Tulip. And she will smile, but you can tell she has a bit of a knowing smile. She knows. Somewhat.
Yep.
She knows something. And what about you, big folk?
Good talk.
Nugri dies.
Honestly, this is the smartest move of not even giving a name.
Right?
I know, but as a
Everyone
DM, I would.
keeps trying to freaking lie to her about their names, but she always knows.
I didn't lie.
You didn't lie?
Ghost, are you there?
I am here. Is it not picking me up?
It didn't the
No.
first time, no. She asked, like, what about you?
I said Nugri does not give his name. One, because he's focused on Valus, who is on the floor crying.
Oh,
And
put it on the
two,
bench.
does not trust this individual. He don't fucking know you.
Stop being mean to my
You made
machine.
that.
Alright, I'm gonna beat up now. I'm sorry, I keep interrupting.
No, you're good.
They're good.
You
You're here. You are here.
and Nugri is not giving a name, so she will just keep her smile and wait for Astia to unseal.
Reach down and try to pick up Valus.
I think because she is would Valus be fighting back? I guess being picked
Oh,
up?
she'd probably bite him.
Damn.
Can I roll animal handling?
Sure.
Does that mean she didn't accept Astia's seal hugs?
Well, it's more that she's not expecting Nugri to pick her up. She's expecting the seal hugs because she's
What?
come to expect
like-
that sort of thing, and she's not facing
Full
Nugri.
on picking them up was like trying to sit them up, like pick them up.
Asya already took Valus over to a bench.
Okay, well, never mind that.
Never mind then.
No animal handling.
I thought they were still on the floor in front of the individual.
Consider
no.
listening next time, sir.
I'm trying to having Discord issues for some ungodly reason.
Sounds like
Nah,
a
Discord's
skill
been like
issue.
that lately for like everybody.
Yeah, but sounds like a skill issue. Anyway, how long do you think Astia would be in seal form?
I'd say she'd like give it a minute,
Mhm.
and then she would be able to calm down enough to come back.
While
Yeah.
while Astia is in seal form, Jane will walk on over to the now kicked in door and kind of like, because I wouldn't say you fully broke it off with your kick, but you did like take it off of its hinge, for sure. So you'll watch as they just kind of pick it up and like more so lean it up against the wall so that it's not like hanging halfway off of the frame and like it's gonna fall over at any moment. And after they do so, that's when Ostia would turn back into the centaur form.
I have two questions.
Yes.
I feel like this is a habit for Nuggery when he takes things the wrong way. How much do doors usually cost?
How much do doors typically? I actually have a table for this. Hold on.
Costing me for ham. That's it. Get out of here, you little beggars.
A typical door, like a typical wooden door that would be used on most houses, would be around 20 gold.
Jesus.
And we're talking about a church door, which is significantly bigger.
It usually has designs on them. Now, I will say this is an abandoned shrine. So, it's definitely been worn down over the years. It's not a brand new door.
Need to be replaced. It's fine.
Yeah, it grabs a tree outside, just puts it right there onto the hinges. You got it, new door.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, Astia, she turns back, she's sniffling. She's checking on Valus again. Is Valus still, like, traumatized?
She's like doing those like little hiccup coughs, wiping at her eyes.
Nuggery, why'd you kick the door in?
Thought that one was in trouble. Heard the crying.
Oh. Can you knock next time?
Just knocking.
You tap the door gently so that it doesn't come off the hinges. Alright, that stuff is hard to fix. But thank you for rushing in anyway.
He does not know how to blink, so you see him take the tongue and lick an eyeball.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Anyway, Miss J, these are my friends. The Valus is nice. She's not mean. She just looks scary, but we're gonna get her new clothes and we're gonna fix it.
I see. So a simple misunderstanding with what the villager saw.
Yeah.
I'm glad you weren't in any real danger. I had faith that you wouldn't be, but it still relieves me nonetheless to know that you are fine.
And Valus is looking for her dad. Did you hear any stories about a scary dad wandering around?
I can't say that I have.
Mm.
Astia, make me a general perception check with advantage.
Hey, Amani, you wanna roll this one? No, you only wanted ham, beggar.
Beggar. Stinky, stinky.
How much does a didgeridoo cost?
17.
With the 17, you take a good look around. Something's off about the shrine. It seems more tidied up than usual. A bit too tidied up. Almost in the sense
Too
that
clean.
it was getting prepped to move out.
Miss Jane, are you going somewhere again?
Miss Jane will look around and you can see the smile grow a bit more sad in tone. Unfortunately, Astia, I have been summoned. There has been a very concerning matter that the church has wanted to take care of. And they are
Oh,
requiring most of their hands on deck for this.
oh, That can't be good at all. Guess this works out because I was gonna leave too. I was gonna help Bayless find her dad.
You know what, Astia? That does sound like a very good mission to keep yourself busy with. It'll be your first time going out and doing a mission that wasn't directly handed down to you from the church, wouldn't it?
Would be.
Well, in that case, you have my blessing, and I do have a way to contact you in case I need your help with something. But
He's gonna like trot over to where Miss Jane is. He goes, really? What is it? How do you do it?
she will gently just kind of boop you on the nose. And you took the feather, right?
Yeah, she took her feathers. She's been collecting her feathers.
You can feel your little collection of feathers kind of shimmer in your pocket, almost as a reaction to her booping you.
He's a god.
I would take you with me, but I fear that this fight may be a bit too out of your skill set at the current moment, dear.
Yeah, that's fair.
Instead, I will simply ask you one thing. I want you to enjoy your travels. I want you to have fun with your exploring and do whatever you can to help out anyone else who needs it, okay?
She just nods. Goes, will do.
This is I'm telling you to leave the nest and become your
I mean,
self-sufficient woman.
basically.
No more free ride. You're gonna have to start paying rent because I'm not gonna be here to pay it.
No, not rent.
Not right now!
I'm going to walk over to the door and start bending the hinges back into place.
Go ahead and make me a... Make me a wisdom check.
Wisdom check.
Yep, just
Funny
wisdom.
as fuck if I get a high one.
I mean, that's not bad.
What is it?
19.
Yeah, you're able to bend him back into place.
I reapply the door.
Make me another one with disadvantage.
Can I give the help action?
Just roll a basic one.
Okay, if I help too, does he get advantage?
No, because you're currently occupied with Miss Jane.
Damn it. Who knows
True.
guidance?
In true dumb fashion. It's the dumb shit I'm good at. 14.
17?
14.
14. It looks like you fixed it onto the hinges. In reality, it's not like a fully fixed on, but it will hold for a little bit at least.
Oh, Miss Jane, what do we do about the church while we're both gone, though?
She looks over at the rest of the church. For now, don't worry about the church. The shrine, while a nice temporary home, I won't be able to keep maintaining it, and I don't expect you to take care of it while I'm gone. I pulled a few connections, though, and although it won't be an official church anymore, I was able to ask a few friends I made in town to continue kind of doing what we've been doing with the whole food kitchen and whatnot.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, I don't want the unfortunates here to keep going hungry just because we are gone, you know?
They're so nice.
She gives
Kicking
you
you out and selling the house.
she gives you like a small smile. Well, did you have any other questions for me? now that you're back. And she will go ahead and take a
Dunkity
seat in one of the
pull-
benches.
Dunkity does have questions.
Well, she's not talking to Nugri. She's talking to Dusty.
Let's. Nope, not that I can think of. Oh, I do have one. Will I get wings too one day?
You'll see her like tap her finger on her chin. Perhaps. Granted, you do have more belief in Minerva rather than the dragons, so I'm not entirely sure. But
Is it too
maybe.
late to switch over?
That's not how religion works, dear, and you know that. And she
Oh,
gives
I
you like
know.
a small chuckle and a pat on the shoulder. I'm sure the goddess would be the most happy hearing that you just want to switch over for some silly old wings.
But wings are so cool.
Yeah.
Wait, can Minerva fly?
Minerva cannot fly.
Darn.
She has bird companions, but she herself cannot fly.
You know what? This is fine. This is fine because I'll just become a dragon tamer and then I'll get to fly all I want. This is fine.
Also, fun fact, it is not the fact that they believe in a dragon to give them the ability to fly. But it
Figured as
is
much, but it's still funny.
it's kind of what they've told Ostia. It's tied in. That's why their wings look like the way they do, is because of which dragon they believe in.
Astia is going to look to the others. Like, does any of you guys have any questions for Miss Jane?
Guild.
Ah!
Okay. Yeah, I have my
Guild.
Where's the guild?
guild.
So he pulls out the whole filled sheet that has another hole in it because of his claws.
Oh, you want to turn in this little bounty of yours? Just take it to one of the local taverns. I'm sure they'll be able to pay you for it.
Tavern.
Any tavern will do.
Where? From here.
Astia, you would be able to help lead him. I would say, let's see, where's the closest tavern?
Astia's just looking at Nugri like, dude, I said I would take you. why are you bugging Miss Jane with this?
You know there to be one probably like 30 minutes away. It would be one of the taverns that kind of border the park, I say with quotations, that's in town.
Playing Dum Dum.
Astia is gonna go over to Valus. Like, can you stand Valus?
I think so.
Do you wanna ride on my back?
Oh, I don't want to be an inconvenience.
No nonsense.
Shakily stands on her legs and
Carry you.
I give them the didgeridoo to use as a walking stick.
You asked how much a didgeridoo was earlier, Ghost?
How much is a didgeridoo? Like, out of curiosity.
I'm not sure. Let me look that up. Didgeridoo.
Kara kind of walks over and also gives you a hand.
Jesus Christ.
How much is it?
So a good didgeridoo can be priced close to about $2,000
Excuse me?
for
oh
like
yeah,
a really good craftsmanship didgeridoo. Yeah, A poor one could
Oh.
be closer to like 100.
Yeah, a
Oh,
good
what
one,
condition
because
is
that
Dimitri
that sh-
in?
that shit's hand carved.
Yeah. Do you not know the insane economics of musical instrument prices?
I do not. Do I? Do
Yeah,
I
those
so-
didgeridoos are
Anne alone
ridiculous.
spent like
ridiculous.
almost, I think, like 1,200 on her flute.
High quality musical instruments are expensive.
How much is this damn thing that I'm lugging around like a great club?
Well, considering you're looking at around like a Grey Club, it's definitely lost a lot of its price. It probably would have been closer to like, several hundred gold pieces at
Well, I
first.
say that because I literally have a great club as what I just labeled it as.
Oh,
Again.
no. It's a collector's item. Oh no.
Like I said, it probably would have been worth a couple hundred gold if you weren't using it like a fucking walking stick / Grey Club. But now that it's all gotten beaten up and dirtied and everything, unless you spend
Thing, I
money out of
haven't
pocket to get it
used it.
fixed up, then if you sold it as it is right now, you could probably sell it for a few dozen. A few dozen gold.
How much is a few dozen?
It's 42.
42 is
So-
not even a digit of 12.
Isn't that
If we're going off the basis that one is one, a couple is two, a few is three, then probably 36,
12 gold.
36 gold.
6 gold?
36 gold is how much you could probably sell it for.
No,
But first you have to find someone to sell it to.
you'd probably haggle it up to 39 if you argue that it's a baker's dozen.
It's a baker's. God damn it. To be fair, it would also work, and I hate that you did the math on that. Really sad here to baker's dozen a fucking didgeridoo. That is a sentence that can only be heard with D&D, folks.
Add it to quotes, chat. Add it to quotes.
Quote it, mods. So, will Valus be taking the offer? I know she said she didn't want to be a burden, and Ostia said that she wouldn't be.
Oh, Kara's not giving Valus a choice with her help.
Oh, you are getting on this horse.
No. On Kara.
Huh? Hold on, you lost me there. What?
I
You know-
picked her up.
It's incredibly unwieldy.
Valus has been yoinked.
So she is
check.
officially yoinked.
Valus, how much weight are you carrying?
I am carrying 89 pounds.
Kara, you cannot lift her.
Sure
You're too
about that.
small.
I am almost positive.
Dang.
What's your strength score?
11.
11.
Can we roll a strength check?
Squish.
You can roll a strength saving throw at disadvantage.
My carrying capacity is 11 times 15. That's like
150, 160 pounds or so.
so I can carry that.
Valus herself is 90.
Oh. So if I put down everything else, I could carry Valus.
If you carry Valus by herself, yes. If you carry her equipment by itself, yes. Carry them together, that is like 170 pounds.
So you're saying that I would be encumbered.
You would definitely be encumbered, including the rest of the weight that you are already carrying.
So you pick them up. Now what?
I walk 5 feet every 6 seconds to the door.
Yeah, you do.
Valus is like, you know how like a little kid will like kind of curl up when they're picked up, kind of like they just kind of like scrunch up a bit. That's what Valus is doing, and she's like, like you're struggling.
I got this.
You've got this.
Victor gives the thumbs
You-
up of approval.
You can do it.
Yeah, so I imagine it takes me a couple minutes to get back to the cart.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, he does.
Just being like cheered along the whole way. We get to the door. Bye, Miss Jane.
I just imagine the heave ho sound that the mice make in the Cinderella movie when they're putting together the dress. That is what I imagine coming from Kara as he's like taking every step carrying Valus. It's not even that Valus is that heavy. It's just that Kara's not that physically strong.
See, this is why Nuggery does cardio with Kara every day.
As they get to the door, everybody's kind of heading out, and um, Vegas looks over Kara's shoulder. He's too busy, or they're too busy, huffing and puffing to really pay attention. And she lifts her mask up just enough to catch Miss Jane's face and gives her a not so nice smile before she's left out the door.
The whole time she is just giving you the same old smile. The whole way. Her smile has not, other than the time it got slightly saddened when she had to break the news to Astia, it had been the same smile the entire time. Well, you guys are officially outside of the church.
Ah, I forgot the fish. Would it even still be good at this point?
You didn't even see the fish with that perception check.
Darn.
More than likely, the fish probably got given away.
Yeah. Should have brought all of it with me. Gosh.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. We can just go catch our
seal
our
on
own
the
rainbow
wagon.
trout. It's fine.
It's fine.
Alright, to
Just
the
seal on the
guild or tavern. Wait, which one's more likely to pay them out, the guild or the tavern?
She said the tavern, and the tavern is the most closest, but in theory, if you wanted to go to, one of the two.
To the tavern. I will say, despite the fact that, Centaria is not here, she does, like, Cece's not here, I should say. Centaria does notice that Astia is less timid now in town than she was the first time they went over. Before she was, like, trying to hide as much as possible, but now she is obviously more open and happily leading the way. And you can probably assume it has something to do with her herd mentality.
Hell yeah. Well,
She has a new herd now, so she's not as lonely.
you could put that in the group chat for you
Oh, the
and
party notes?
no, for you and Cece.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, bless me.
Bless you.
My fucking throat scratches after that one. Ugh.
Shit.
Oh. I'm letting my nose like decompress. Oh. Okay. So you all begin to follow Astia once more. Has Valus gotten off of Kara yet, or is Kara still trooping it up?
Valus is like gotten off a car.
If Valus kind of like asks to be put down, Kara would, but until then, Kara just keeps trooping.
Kara is Goomba styling it up. Let's go.
Gotta troop. Let's see.
I imagine Kara carrying Valus is slower than the cart.
Yes. Oh my god, that is an adorable last name. Are you
The cart you do.
serious? Really? Wait, is there no what? Huh? I guess. Okay,
Do.
whatever. No, I'm just looking at like this due to the time of day and whatnot. I had to check and see, who was working, and I'm just confused by the answers it's giving.
Prostitute is
No, there are prostitutes here, but like it's not a prostitute working. So Ostia, you lead Nuggery not to one of the two adventuring guilds, but instead you lead him to the Scabbard and Saddle, one of the local taverns that is held nearby. Uh, it's not the most famous tavern. It certainly doesn't help that it is located right next to a casino. But, it's if people want to get the experience of being at the casino despite not being at a casino, they can hear the noises from next door as they're paying for probably cheaper food. You go ahead and lead them on in. And the place, because it is about 5 o'clock now. Once time has been caught up, like you guys showed up in town around 2 o'clock, and it took you guys roughly 2 hours to walk across town. And then, the time it would take you to walk from like when you first entered this district to the church, and then from the church to the tavern. It is about 5 o'clock at this moment.
So how many stairs have we gotten when the rooster goes off?
Considering you open this up at 7 and you've been here since 2, that would mean it has went off at least 3 times. So yes, you have gotten some concerned look from other passerbys. Um, you guys go ahead and you make it to the tavern. Who all is wishing to go inside? We know Nugri is.
I guess probably Kara and Valus, since Valus is still being carried by Kara.
Yep.
See you in a minute.
Kara will definitely
Hello.
carry Valus wherever she wants
Door
to.
locked. All right, I'll come get you. All right, bye. I'll be right back. I gotta let my dad in.
You're good. What about Ostia? Would Ostia be going into the tavern?
Yeah, she'd be following them into the tavern. There's no reason for her not to, unless someone's staying outside.
No, no. It seems that the 3 of them are going to the tavern, so.
Then yeah, she would join too.
All right.
Dryad fixes the legging with the bone Carl arm.
I'll wait for Urbila to come back so I can explain it.
Like I said, I'm fixing the wagon with the bone car alarm.
It's set up so that if the wheels start to roll, the bone gets hit.
So if the wheels start to roll, it starts to rattle like bone jangles.
And then if we use the drumstick,
I forgot you guys had a drumstick.
put it in the spokes of the wheel like some people do to their bikes. Bump, 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 bump.
Okay, but like, so what I'm hearing is I get to put a little to the left back on.
No, probably not. I need to add a Jeopardy sound to my soundboard so that I could play it.
Do, 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 do.
do,
That would
do.
drive me crazy.
Good. That would be the intention for it.
Do, do,
Do,
do,
do, do,
do,
do, do, do.
do,
I have a
do,
10-hour
do.
version liked on YouTube, so whenever someone says, "Here, let me do something real quick," and they take longer than real quick, I start playing it.
Long is real quick.
To me, real quick is like maybe a minute or two. Hi. Hello, little.
A character roleplay while we wait on Bayless to get back as we traverse the streets, maybe?
Yeah. I'm picking up Kiki. Meow. Hi.
Imagine make them
Oh.
walk and carry Bayless the entire way.
Hi, honey.
Tavern.
I mean, yeah, we got plenty of time. Going at 5
Kiki.
feet over.
Kiki. Hi, honey. Oh. The littlest baby. Yeah?
Long been adventuring. This is to Ostia, considering they leading the way.
I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, just ignore.
Ah, woman.
Ah, woman.
just casual person walking by the street slams into Ostia.
Ah, woman.
Goop, talking to you, Miss Goop.
Hun, are you listening?
We lost another one.
Another one bites
Yeah.
the dust.
They're dropping like flies.
And another one
What?
gone.
What is
and
it?
another
What?
one gone.
There it is. There she is. Nugri asked, for like, small character roleplay while we wait. Nugri is asking Astia how long she's been like doing all this,
Adventuring.
adventuring and whatnot.
You said like what, 5 years?
Yeah,
Right?
something like that, yeah.
Hmm.
Since her
I
late
don't really say
teens.
I was adventuring, but I've been with Miss Jean for about like 5 years now, give or take.
Hey, lady, Miss Jean.
Miss Jane, yes.
Hey,
But I don't know if they're actually a miss, but they haven't corrected
back.
me yet, so I'm just gonna keep calling them Miss
character
Jane.
roleplay over with.
Alright, anyway, shoot this conversation down. Anyway, no.
Alright, back to my puzzle game.
Wipe, 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 wipe.
Wipe, 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 wipe. You go ahead and you walk on in to the tavern. The tavern is a relatively basic layout. If I remember correctly, this district is, yeah, it's overall a poor district. So you go ahead, you walk into the tavern. It seems afloat in terms of style. There isn't like a lot of space. The bar seems relatively big. Like there is a lot of bar stools. This bar like takes up most of this tavern with a very small handful of actual tables for people to sit at, and the bar seems pretty full. There's a lot of folks sitting around at this bar. One of the tables is taken up by a group of about 6 different people. Uh, there is a stage, but the stage is empty at the moment. You can hear sounds of people cooking from a kitchen somewhere behind the bar. You're not really sure which direction. You can hear the sounds of like grilling coming at from someplace. As you all go ahead and walk in, what is it that you all would like to do? Oh, oh, the kitten's doing the meow thing. You know when a cat meows when they're taking a poop when they're a kitten, because they're kittens. Tiny child.
Yeah, it sounds a bit weird.
You sound a bit weird.
Couldn't do that.
Well, I mean, you're not a kitten, so. But anyway, what is everyone doing?
After fixing the car alarm, goes to pick and Kara. Okay, I believe they can walk now.
You good? I was good as soon as we left the church, but you seem you seem so dedicated to doing this.
I'm helpful.
You're helpful, thank you.
Kara kind of gently sets you down.
And then Car goes off to the side and just starts heavy heaving.
just ugly gasping.
It's like the Peter Griffin, like ah, ah dripping sweat. This man has been this little goblin has been holding that shit in.
Yep, the car goes to find a corner to just not bother anybody while they pass out.
It just decomposes. Yeah, exactly that. In the tavern or outside of the tavern?
In the tavern.
I have something funny if Smada is down for it, because I feel like the overachievement is a thing that they've done before. Can I just pick them up and put them into his bag like a sling?
Oh, absolutely. Okay. Gotta impress me.
Gotta impress Nuggery.
Yeah, so Kara is passed out for a little bit in Nuggery's pouch.
All right. So, and the rest of you.
The cavern keep.
You're looking for the tavern keeper?
Bog people, from the big man. You know, the retired adventurer that opened up this place.
How dare you assume that they are a retired Are you a retired adventurer? Ah, shit, wait, they got the stats for one.
No, I mean, they don't have to be retired. They can still be adventuring.
I mean, considering their race, they're not retired. They're just settling down for a while.
This
You're
is a
just taking
midlife crisis.
break. It's fine.
It's a midlife crisis. You're not actually that far off. It's ran by an 88-year-old half-elf, so if I remember
Oh,
correctly.
they're not even close to retirement.
Yeah, that's what
They're
I'm
still
saying.
A baby.
They're
They're not even 100.
This man
Half elf or elf?
half-elf.
I'm pretty sure half elves have.
Paying for it, they're paying off those adventure school funds. It's fine.
Yeah, it's their part-time job. If they're college, they're college work study.
Part-time job opens a tavern. You can tell that they're straight out of school because they open it next to a fucking casino.
Yeah, they went to business school. Is what they did.
They explore their
That's
options, Sam, man. Leave them alone.
That's a good business decision. Open it up where there's drunk, hungry patrons.
Yeah, I bet they made a deal with the casino to supply them with food.
Ooh, that would be a smart idea. Maybe I'll write that into the lore. The lore that I totally have written down for this one tavern. Okay. Give me.
This is the only tavern we know. This is the one tavern.
You're right. This is the one tavern you know of. You're
This
so
is the
right.
one franchise tavern that will show up in every place we go.
No, that's when you meet Potatoes
We're-
Crew. They'll become your
We're very
reoccurring.
invested in the business of this one half elf.
For this one half elf. Well, Nuggery, as you go ahead, that is not your name. Okay, no, it is not your name. Okay, cool. I had to reread his name for a moment to make sure I read it right. It's not Chris Load.
What's
Don't
name?
worry, it's not
What's
Chris Loads. That just sounds wrong. No. His name is Chrysolad.
Chris. No, it's Chris Load.
Hi, folks. Chris Lowe's here to talk to you about Flex Seal. Nugger, you go ahead. You walk into the tavern. You begin looking for some sort of worker. Any sort of barkeep, maybe the tavern owner himself or herself. You never know. Anyone who could be of direct help. Maybe a waiter. You do find them. One of them. The only one here. There is one single person who is running all around the bar. I imagine the bar is kind of like in a U shape. Uh, so like it accompanies the back wall and the two side walls like halfway through them. That is how the bar is stretched out. And then like in the middle spot you have like two tables, then you have like two tables in like the further corners where the bar does not touch. And then like a quest board off to
Written
the
more for
side.
this barkeeper.
Huh?
More for this barkeeper.
Well, it's okay because this barkeeper is the tavern owner. You go ahead and you see this barkeep, tavern owner, whatever. You're getting waitstaff PTSD here, Mello. I am too, and I had to build a restaurant once. It was not fun because I then had to work it. Anyway, you find a half elf, a male half elf. They seem to be relatively young for their race's age. They are about 5'8", a relatively thin, more lean sort of build on them. Uh, with cropped, thinning, bleach blonde hair and gray-green eyes. They even have like a small pointed beard, and their skin is on the more bronze side, likely hinting towards a more half-elf sort of origin. You find him having just set down a large collection of plates down at the only table that is currently being held with. That table consisting of what looks like a female tiefling, a female dwarf, a tiefling that you can't really tell what they are right off the bat. Same thing with a gnome, and then a female halfling and dwarf that are sitting right next to each other at the table. You catch them as they are making their way back to one of the entrances that lead behind the bar.
Mm-hmm. Where is there a table to fit all of us?
You, as you speak up to him, you see him kind of get startled a little bit. Ha, yes, cool. Yeah, a table? How many are you? You see him like start counting up with his fingers. Looks like what, four, five, six? No, five.
4.
Five.
Car's in the bag.
Centaria. Actually? Yeah, no, that would be four. I don't know why I keep thinking you guys have six. You don't have six. You only have five. Four? Yeah, you have four.
Kevin.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Kevin. Well, Kevin isn't here anymore, so he doesn't count. Uh, four? Yeah, four. Okay, cool. Yeah, go ahead and take a seat, right? And he'll like point to the other table that is like right across from where the group of six are. Go ahead, sit right there. The table should be sturdy enough for your big ass. I will bring you guys menus out in just a moment.
You see him squint as he says ass.
He does not take notice of you squinting at him. Uh, Go ahead, sit down. I'll bring out menus at some point. Thank you for coming in. And then he quickly turns and he fucking not full dashes, but he like scurries his way back behind the bar and he begins addressing a couple of the bar goers.
We walk to our table.
All of you walk to the table? Are you sure?
Yes.
How dare he use that potty language in front of the little one? How dare he?
So rude.
Don't worry, Car's passed out. She can't hear anything.
She is of the death at the moment.
Karam is there in spirit. And in the corner, we see a blue axolotl dressed
Jesus
in paladin
Christ.
armor.
No,
Yes.
not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
They come in
Technically,
on
that would be
Tuesdays.
the same area that they are what we're in.
You guys are actually like, you are in the same continent. You guys are probably like 2 or 3 countries over from where they are currently at.
No, it's all one area.
So you all go ahead, you take a seat. Uh, if you would like to do some like in-character roleplay, you can. I'm like working on the menu for what this place would have right now.
Bayless pulls out her chair and removes her little shawl, puts it on the back of the chair, and then does not remove her mask because they are in public. But normally she would remove her mask. It does make it a little difficult to eat, but she'll get through it.
It's
Great
like
takes
Batman's
off the-
cow. There's an open spot in your mouth.
Nugri takes off the kiss the cook apron and uses it to tuck in Kara.
You know, good sir, you keep on giving us these little moments, and yet you're still like, no, he can't be shipped with anyone. Get your bitch ass out of here. Macron the distance without his friends. Lonely. I am so lonely. Is Astia taking? Well, does Astia even need to take a seat?
No, I don't think she would.
Do you think she'd still be at the table, or
How
Yeah,
does
she
a
would be at the
centaur
table, but
sit
she
at the
wouldn't.
table?
She wouldn't sit. I mean, how she would sit at the table. If it was a bench, she would sit on the bench.
I just pop a squat, just like boop onto the floor.
She's too short for that. She has to stand the whole time.
she's like trying to stand out of the
Unacceptable.
way so she doesn't like keep like she's not like blocking off a path.
Do I steal a stool?
You
She can't sit
steal.
on a stool. It's not big enough. It's got a lot of
No,
butt.
one of the
That's why I
little
said if
hooks.
it's a bench.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Still a cushion.
There's about 20 people around this bar.
Huh?
I would not say that there's any left, any stools to be taken.
Yep, see, look, Bags gets it.
That's what I said. You pop a squat.
I would love to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
her sitting like that. Put their
Get a
butt
big enough-
right
get
on
a-
the.
Big enough chair, and she will sit like that.
Put a nice soft pillow on the ground.
Yeah. She can't do that in here though, because if she would, her upper body would be too low. She'd be like a little kid sitting at the table.
Like her
What's wrong
eyes
with
barely
that?
peering over the table. Hello.
Nugri takes off his vest and he puts it onto the ground beside them. There you go. Fur pellet. There you
You know, in theory, with how big Nugri is, one cheek in a chair,
go.
just full on fucking mooning anyone sitting right behind her. God.
I am eating a burger. You're gonna make me spray Coke out of my fucking mouth onto my burger.
Why would you be spraying your burger? That's weird, bro. So, after I stayed done with people, after probably about 10 minutes or so of like kind of situating how you're gonna have Astia sit down, you do manage to get Astia to sit down. It's not like the most comfortable, but you know what? It works. You're not like sticking out and like blocking a pathway or anything, and you're at least able to reach up to the table. Um, the the half elf will come on over, and he will bring with him a few pamphlets, which are likely just the menus, and he will go ahead and lay them out in front of you. and he will pull out a little pencil from behind his ear and a small notepad. Uh, you guys, as you take a look over the menu, um, there's a few different options. You do have some classics. You got some steaks, but you're not sure how well they'll be, and some pork chops, but there uh it seems under the quote unquote specials list, they have for today at least, sautéed deer and chopped black beans for like their quote unquote specials for the day. Um, Drink wise, they have a lot of like your basic ales and beers and wines, but for each one they do have a special as well. For the beers, they have one just simply called the Skullbuster. For the wines, they have one called the Siren Song, and for the liquor, they have one simply known as Moon Juice.
Do they have a non-alcohol? Oh, no, I'm asleep. Sorry.
Someone get Ostia the kids menu with the crayons to do the maze.
We don't know what any of this is.
You're telling me he doesn't know what a steak is?
The stick is, or is this his blit?
Valus is sitting there kind of like looking at the menu, kind of like just staring at it.
Valus read.
Alright, Bayless, now what do you want?
What do you think with her 4 intelligence?
Got it.
Valus can't read.
Is this a picture menu?
No. They're just words, and they're not even written in like a very clear writing style. They're semi-cursive.
Oh yeah, Valus is fucked.
Yeah.
Or
Valus is
veggies.
dunzo.
She is fucking dunzo.
Nuggery also has trouble reading, but he knows meat when he sees it. So he asks Valus, because he can probably see they're struggling, just squinting at the deal, meat or veggies.
I don't know. What's the. There's so many things on the menu. Um, I'll have the meat special.
She says
meat-
very unconfidently.
The meat special. Okay, yeah, the sauteed deer. Cool.
Those meat.
What was that? Nugger goes meat.
Does not clarify which one, just meat.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna
Meat.
need you to be a little more specific. Do you want steak? Do you want pork? Do you want deer?
I think he'll take the steak.
A steak? Okay. Yep. And what about you, little lady?
Do you have any fruit?
I'm sure we have like a couple of basic apples and oranges back there.
I'll take some of those.
Okay. He'll be scribbling all this down. And drink wise,
Some water.
water,
Do you
ale.
really need alcohol?
Goes good with meat.
And for you,
I
darling?
guess that's fair.
Do you have any milk?
I can go check, but we might be able to have
She
milk.
needs some milk.
I can certainly go check and see if we have milk. Yes.
Yeah, if you have milk, I'll take milk. If you have juice, I'll take juice. If you don't, I'll just take water.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and check. Uh, I will say Centaria probably just kind of passes over the whole thing, and she's just kind of rather sitting closer to Astia because this would be her first time in a restaurant setting, and she probably doesn't know exactly what to do here, and so she's just kind of staying out of view and just kind of watching everyone else, which is
Going to pull the bounty from the bag. You take care of these.
what? And he'll like pick up the bounty. You see him like kind of like using his fingers to fold down any of the holes, like the papering that like got lifted through the holes. He's folding them down so he can properly read the thing. You completed this bounty. He looks at the image. He looks over to Valus. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yep. It seems like you have certainly investigated this deal. Okay. Yeah. I can. I'll get you that payment. What does that say? Like 10 gold? Yeah.
Does it say 10 gold?
It does say 10 gold.
Excuse me, sir. Can you validate my parking?
Can you validate that? He will go ahead. He will kind of put that underneath the papers, and he will tap his pencil against the notepad. All right. I cannot guarantee when that will I'll be out, but I can. I'll bring that up
Nugget's
once it
just,
is all done.
as they're staring, Nugget's just staring at them unblinkingly and takes his tongue and just runs it along his lips, showing off the teeth, waiting for the meal to get here.
Is that like an intimidation check, or is that just like something he just does?
I don't know, DM, were they intimidated by a smile?
Uh, let's see, because charisma is one of his higher stats. I'll have him roll a charisma save. Okay, yeah, he's fine. He
Do I
got
roll intimidation?
well. That's why I asked, like, if you're trying to be intimidating, you can, but if he's just smiling, I simply had him roll to see, like, if he would be intimidated or not. But he got an 18 total on that, so
Oh.
he probably deals with, like, people and whatnot coming in trying to be scary, like the drunks are at it again, trying to bully their way into getting a free meal kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
So he will go ahead, nod to all of you, swiftly turn and begin walking back around the bar. A flurry of voices following, calling out to him as he's both ignoring them, but also like giving, the occasional person like a nod of like acknowledgement as he passes them by to go put this order into the kitchen.
What's the group behind us talking about?
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Roll me a Snoopy and eavesdrop check.
Snoopy Doopy.
Oh god, I'm a Pathfinder character and I have a plus 47 to Snoopy and
Dear
It's
God.
not good. It's just a 13.
Just a 13? I think I can work with that. Here, let me see.
Did you roll a 2?
Get it, you're special. Let's see. With a 13, you hear, you try to eavesdrop into what the group behind you is talking about. Uh, it seems like two of those sitting down are conversing about activities. The female tiefling seems to be almost scolding the gnome, who you can't really make the gender out of. They seem to be scolding them about some activities that they got up to when they were visiting the tiefling's bathhouse. Getting on their ass for, why would you think that taking your business into my bathhouse would be a good idea? Do you know how much it takes to clean out those baths? It is not cheap, I tell you that much. I gotta drain all the water out by buckets, and then I gotta go fill it back up, and I have to go out of my way to go get the proper water for this stuff because I can't use the seawater. That's bad for your skin. And the whole while, the gnome is just like happily sitting there. They looked very pleased with what they have done. And this scolding is like nothing to them. What is everyone else doing in this in the time being?
I guess this is just waiting for food.
Is the goop doing?
Goop is probably playing a little to the left. Nom. Oh, is the goop eating?
No, they're playing cut the rope, obviously.
God, I haven't played Cut the Rope or Where's My Water in forever. Uh, well, with about a solid 15, 20 minutes go by, you can see it is indeed this one bartender. You're not really sure if he's the tavern owner, but he does certainly seem to be a bartender slash waiter. He seems to be the only one working the shop. People are constantly coming in, almost filling in any seats that immediately get lifted up. As soon as people begin leaving, they immediately get filled back up. The group beside you, they're enjoying their food. They're conversing. It seems the scolding has since stopped, and now they're just each talking about, their past few days at work. Nothing of the most interest. You do collect at least what jobs they might have had. You can tell at least the female tiefling, yeah, she works at least at a bathhouse or maybe even owns a bathhouse. And the gnome themselves might be some sort of sex worker. Um, but you do hear some of the others. One of the female dwarves seems to be a baker, and the other female dwarf is some sort of like shop attendant.
Mm.
It seems like a lot of the people who are coming in and out are definitely under some form of an influence, either be it drugs, alcohol, uh, maybe just general tiredness after a long day at work. Who's really sure? You can hear just very off, faintly off in the distance, coming from the building next over, loud sounds of cheering and then sobbing kind of mixed together. Noah, Astia, you would know that that is a casino that you're hearing these noises from, which would explain both cheering and sobbing, but no one else would really know what that building is. But soon enough, your food is in fact all dealed out. Gambling is a sin. It is a sin. Anyway,
Maybe for your religion.
I mean, there's a prostitute sitting at the next table, and in some religions that could be seen as a sin. But your food does eventually all come out. Astia, you are given a very small basket containing a handful of not very big, but on the smaller end apples. Um, Kara, you're asleep. Centaria is not actually eating. Uh, for you, big boy, he does set down. It doesn't look like it's the most, perfectly cooked steak ever. It's pretty run of the mill, but it's cooked steak. And considering you tend to eat a lot of your food raw, it's at least a change of pace. Uh,
Meat.
it is served with a nice side of bread that seems to have some sort of garlic spread put over the top of it. And in front of Valus, you get the sautéed deer, which seems to come with like a little slice of like goat cheese and a buttery sauce kind of drizzled over the deer itself.
Nasia's mom.
Alongside of that, horse, not deer. Um, that's what Asia's mom would be. You all do get your drinks. You get like a generic bottle of ale. You've drunk this many times. You know it's a fine drink. It's not your favorite, but it could certainly be a worse brand, so you'll gladly take it. Uh, they didn't seem to have any milk, so you two instead just get waters. as previously asked for, as like a backup. All right.
Who in this bar has the biggest memories? No, I'm joking.
Will that be everything? Do you guys need anything else? As he's like talking to you, you can hear like the sound of almost a smack coming from behind him, and you can see his cheeks flush a little bit, and the sounds of giggling coming from the table behind you. He seems to try and keep like a straightened face, though his cheeks are definitely more indented now. I- is there anything else I can get you folks today?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Seems like they require your attention. He gets a toothy grin.
You see him just like let out almost a defeated sigh. Does Astia have anything else, or is she just happily enjoying her food?
You said it came with garlic bread?
It did.
Poke Kara's cheek with a claw.
Happy nubs. Uh, and then the bartender will very slowly turn around and begin addressing the other table. And you, although I'm not going to roleplay this out, they're making some very suggestive and flirty comments towards him, specifically the gnome itself, to the dismay of the tiefling.
Did you follow the gnome later?
Does the Kara wake up?
Mata?
Hello? Larry? What happened?
Good.
Kara leaps out of the bag. Did you give me food? Where's food?
I offer them the garlic bread because he does not like the garlic bread.
Kara starts just tearing chunks out of it, stuffing them in their mouth. Completely too big for her mouth, so it takes forever to eat the chunk.
Hell yeah.
With this, I cut costs on food, so they get the bread, I get the meat.
Fair enough. Yeah. You get 2 meals for the price of 1.
Valus is absolutely massacring the deer steak.
Going to
Sauce
town.
all over the table. Oh no, it's just mostly that she's cutting it really messily.
Ah.
Hillary is also massacring his steak, but he's not cutting it. It is full on tearing into, holding the meat by each individual called digit and just.
Ah, rah, 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 rah.
Yeah.
Okay. Ow. All right. Well, if nothing else, you guys go ahead and eat your foods. It is a relatively filling meal. Astia, it's probably still run of the mill for you since you didn't really eat any meats or anything out there when you were adventuring. So it's more so just a nice change of pace, eating a very similar meal but in a different environment, surrounded by new folk rather than just you and Miss Jane this time. But for the rest of you who have been traveling on the road, especially this last week, Valus even longer for you, it has been a good bit since you've been able to sit down, have a nice warm, home cooked meal, and not just whatever you found happen chance out in the forest and were able to cook up with your cooking skills. as you guys get closer to ending all of your meals, he will come back over and he will place down a small, what looks to be some sort of like receipt to show how much is owed, alongside a small pouch that he puts closer to Nugri, containing, 10 gold.
Much is on the receipt.
How much is on the receipt? Let's see, that'd be close to that's a special, so for the special, roughly 12 gold.
How much was my dinner?
Your dinner would have been 3 gold, and then your drink was only 1.
She's gonna put 4 gold on the table.
You go ahead and
How much was Nuggeries?
His would have also been 4 gold. Well, yeah, because his steak only cost 2 gold, but he got alcohol instead of water. So alcohol was 2 gold.
Wait, I got charged for water?
You did, yes.
Oh, okay.
You got charged 1
They went to
gold, but
business
since
school. Of course, they're charging for water.
the difference is your meal costed more because it was one of the specials.
Oh no, I was just like, wait a minute, hold on, I got charged for water?
Indeed.
I guess water doesn't grow on trees, so it makes sense.
To be fair, we are in a port town, so
You got to go out of your way to get fresher water. You can't be drinking that salt water. How much for the apples? Also 4. Like I said, I believe I said the check was what, 12 gold?
Yeah.
So yeah, it'd be split basically 4 for each person.
there's 5 of us, right?
Only 3 of you ordered.
There's 5 of us here.
Yes,
Or is there 4?
there's 5 of you here. How much for
All right, Kara, you know what
4?
time it is.
It is 4 gold, Miss Astia. My wallet.
So, how much gold is on the table right now, Mello?
There is 10 gold in the pouch that he gave you, and Valus just put up 4 gold.
Anybody else put any gold on the table?
I put 4 gold onto the table.
All right, there's 12. There is 22 gold total.
And Ostia also put 4 on the table.
Yep, I included that in the 22.
Okay.
12 from all 3 of you put down, plus the 10 in the bag.
Kara's gonna search around, fish out.
I have 2 left. We got all this money.
Kara's gonna fish out 5 gold pieces and put it on the table.
Oh, gods. Sell some stuff. Guess what time it is?
I'm just split that money.
Time to split that money. So there is 12, and now there's 5. So there is 27 gold on the table. Are you guys taking the 10 gold in the pouch, or are you kind of dumping it out with the rest?
I'm splitting that with everyone, and we're doing the split game.
Okay. So are you including the 10 in the split game?
I'm including this 10 in the split game.
I mean, to be fair, I doubt you. Are you wanting to play the split game while everyone else puts their money on the table?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
It's anytime money is activated, we do the split game.
All right, go ahead and do your split game.
All right, so
It was just me and Car that took up this bounty, yeah.
Yes, it was you and Kara who picked up this bounty.
All right, so Nuggery takes 5s. He gives Car a 5.
Kara takes one more from the pile, splits it in half, and hands Snuggery 3.
He takes 3, hands you 2.
Kara flips both coins, grabs them, and hands and offers you a choice between the hands.
Nuggery points to the right.
It opens, revealing nothing.
I lost Yuki coin.
Philly, you always win.
All right. And then do you actually pay the man?
Yes.
That's what the
Bayless is
4 That's what the
Bayless,
4 Sorry.
Bayless is paying him as they play their split game.
Anyone who doesn't, make sure Mags' soundboard is muted when she enters in. It should be fine on my end, but just in case. Once the man is successfully paid, he gives Kara and Nugri a weird look. He points to Kara, almost like questioning where the fuck he came from. Realizes it's no point, he doesn't care enough. Just collects his money and swiftly runs back to the other clamoring customers who are requiring his unattention.
Undivided attention.
No unattention.
The truth behind why Nuggery always wins, it's an investment so that they have more gold than he does.
Damn. With that, you guys do successfully eat. Are you going to split out the gold between the party?
Valus is gonna kind of under the table slip 3 gold to Ostia. She saw how light that coin purse was.
Bitch, you fucking broke, girl. My ship name for Karex Nuggery is Brownie Bites. I'm okay with this.
I read that as brownie bits.
Biddies.
Get them biddies.
Get them biddies. Also, hi,
Make sure
Danny.
make sure to add those 3 gold. Where I took it out of my purse.
Wait,
Ostia
was it
wouldn't
not
take
10
that.
gold each?
That's okay.
Or was it
Valus
just
put
single-
it in her
It's 10
wallet.
total.
And I'm pretty sure I played it weird enough that we both ended up with 5 gold.
That sounds about right.
Yes, they do include the rest of them into the reward. They just doing the split game.
So everyone else gets like 2 gold?
That's the math how you split this into 10s.
There was 15 gold left on the table after after we paid the bill.
Mm-hmm.
17.
No,
You
It
said you
would've been
put 5
15.
gold.
there's 27 gold on the table.
Okay.
The bill was 12, so that's 15 left over.
No.
Are you
Are you just
saying?
gaslighting us?
Yes. I'm just being an ass because I want to.
We have the multiplying gold,
Multiplying gold.
duplicating.
So then you get. So wouldn't everyone that then get 3?
Me and Nuggery just played the splitting game with 10 gold. And now there's 5 left. Kara puts 1 gold back into the pile and shoves it and splits it.
So everyone else gets 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Grills, go ahead, add 3 or 2 gold to your inventory.
This is something that would be a lot easier to keep track of in person, where we could do this physically as a bit.
Wait, why are we getting gold? Because you guys were a part of the quest with Valus. The one that they're getting paid for. You guys technically got joined in on it.
Yeah, the union stipulates that you have to accept payment for any adventures you're a part of. You guys are part of the union, right?
Listen, I'm crazy enough to take on a group of bandits by myself, not tackling the IRS.
Astia's not. She did accept the quest technically, but it wasn't by their payer. It was by one Miss Jane.
Asti, what happens is you give it back to me and split it.
It's not her money. Well, as you hand her back the 2,
All right, time to split game. Let's go.
you go ahead. You hand back 2 gold. Kara, what do you do?
Kara is very confused, looks down, puts it back in your hands, but 1 in each hand to show that you split it.
What? No, take it.
Kara is very I feel like Kara needs to make a wisdom saving throw or something here.
Okay, go ahead.
Psychic damage.
Yeah. 24. You're fine. But you are very confused.
Kara looks at you strangely and just holds on to your 2 gold.
That's your reward. I had no part in that. You guys found her first.
Kara takes the 2 gold and gives it to Valus and Centrina.
Valus has no balls putting that right in her pocket.
Valus gets 1 additional gold.
Yep, so Valus got 3 gold from the split, and Centrina got 3 gold from the split.
Yeah. Centaria got 3 gold.
I'm almost back up to my starting gold.
Yippee!
That's the funny part is.
Alright. Let's find. I'll find Centaria. I'm just put in her thing.
Chunk out.
Alright, with that, what do you guys do now?
We gotta go get Valus some new clothes, apparently.
Oh, me too. Me too. Can I get close?
Kara seems very happy to go get clothes.
Am not keeper. Go get clothes.
Where would be the closest clothing shop? Would it be one of the yellow ones? Probably. That's a store. That's a store. That's a store. That's a store. That's a market. That's a fiber shop. That might be it. So I guess the question is, are you wanting
Is
to
on the other side of
go?
town.
Do you want to go to a fur shop or a fiber shop?
Fiber shop.
And Kara?
Furs are too expensive.
Fiber shop's fine.
Fiber shop. All right. You guys go ahead. You're gonna be making your way to this shop. No, I saw you. Fuck. You sound very tired.
I think I'm just hungry. I haven't eaten since yesterday because I don't have any food in the house and I have no money for food.
Ah. Would Ostia know of a fiber shop? Ostia, make me a history check. 7. Ostia does not know of this fiber shop. You guys go ahead. You leave the tavern. Ostia, you begin to think about, where they could get some clothing, and just nothing really comes to mind. Uh, I mean, you're a centaur for the most part. Like, other than the clothing that Miss Jane gave you, you never really had to go out of your way to buy extra clothing. Yeah, Jane bought all the clothing. Yeah. Even like when she's out with her herd and stuff, like first of all, you probably wouldn't need clothes. Most centaurs would tend to run in the nude anyway. Um, but even then, a simple makeshift bra using like leaves and stuff like that would have just done you just fine. So yeah, you've never been to a fiber shop in town.
Mm. They look like they might know. Car walks up to a random person off the street.
Random,
Hello? Excuse me?
random person on the street. Who's it gonna be? It's gonna be a doctor. I'm sorry, they have pink skin? All right, yeah, you walk on up to a random person on the street. The one you walk up to is a older looking elf, full elf, not half elf, with cropped
Pink skin.
wavy gray hair, brown eyes, long ears that end in like a curl the further they go up, and standing at about 5'9".
Craning her neck up less far than usual since she's been talking. Car's been talking to Nugly a lot recently. Hello. I'm I'm new. Can you help me find somewhere?
Uh, yes. What are you looking for?
Shop for clothes.
All right. What kind of shop exactly?
Any shop?
Are you looking for furs, fabrics, simple cloth?
Uh, uh, um, uh, 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 Car did not think this far ahead. Fabric.
Fabric. All right. And he will begin pointing you in kind of like a northeastern direction. Go look until you find the shop called the Supine Flaxseed. That'll be a good fiber shop for you.
Thank you, 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 thank you.
Fuck is this a Russian accent?
Fuck off. I panicked, okay? Pop off.
Alright, Kara rushes back.
Big bully man.
I am not big or burly. I am quite tiny and petite, actually. Well, not really. They're quite tiny, but they're petite at least. Uh, you said, not, fuck, god damn it. I almost said Centaur World. Kara is heading to it, heading in that
Yeah,
direction.
she rushes back to the group, specifically Nugri, and starts trying to pull Nugri to in the general direction of the directions he was given.
To answer your question, it is a fiber shop that they were looking for. They were given the choice between furs and fiber, and they chose fiber.
You gotta have those good optics, you know? Fashion's a statement.
Fashion is a statement, indeed. So no sleep, good. Better be no sleep. So, is everyone following the goblin?
Yes.
Okay, I think it was a left here.
Aha.
Nugri is not following. Nugri is venturing somewhere else.
Nugri is walking off.
Nugri is looking for a house of pleasure.
You dirty, dirty bitch.
Yes.
All right, we'll get to you later then. Uh, so you two, I take it Ostia is following them then? Hmm. So you four begin following the somewhat confused instructions that um Kara was given. They know the general direction they need to go. It doesn't mean that they aren't spending time just kind of dilly-dallying around, going in different directions that they really didn't need to go, but they thought they needed to go. Overall, I'd say it'd take you roughly a solid hour to actually get to this fiber shop. Uh, you do find it. However, it seems to be closed.
No.
Ah, dang it.
Bayless is gonna appear inside one of the windows.
You take a good look inside one of the windows. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
I got a 14.
With a 14, you can see on the inside there seems to be a good amount of yarns and quilts and blankets and the like, all being strung up on like tapestries and hanging off of the wall and hooks and whatnot. You can see what looks like a collection of different scarves, hats, sweater jackets, more than actual like, jackets. They're more sweater like. Wool pants even laying throughout the shop itself. Clothing heist. Da, da, da. You can hear what sounds like voices, but they don't seem to be coming from the shop level. They seem to be coming from up above. Possibly people who live up on the, maybe in like a little apartment home thing above the shop.
Bayless is gonna pick up a couple pebbles and throw it out the nearest window.
Roll to hit.
We
That's an
vouch for
8.
you, and you're proving to be a menace.
With an 8. Um, you go to take some pebbles and begin chucking them, and you hit a lot of the roofing, but you don't end up hitting any of the actual glass itself. I'll see if any of them notice. Hippery-doo, dickory-doo. That's a natural 1. They, they do not notice.
They are
It's,
enthralled in their conversation.
yeah, they are talking up a storm up there. They are very deeply invested in whatever it is they are talking about.
Well, I tried.
Well, I tried break sound door.
Does anybody have any ideas on how to get them to come downstairs?
I could climb up there.
I mean, if you want to.
Spider car, does whatever a spider car does.
Can he swing from his toes? I don't know, that sounds kind of gross. Look out, it's a spider car. Is Kara doing that?
Yeah. Kara will start shimmying their way up to the second floor window.
Are they just full on like raw dogging, just climbing?
Well, I do have a climbing speed, so yeah, pretty much.
Okay, yeah. You're able to climb on up. You get up to one of the windows. You can peer inside. It seems to be, yeah, some sort of like maybe a small loft. Oh God, are they all? Ah, I see. Inside, you see a small clutch of 6 dragonborns.
What? 6?
6.
Dang, rent's gone up in this. That's some expensive rent if they need to split it 6 ways.
It's gonna be some expensive damage if they all breath weapon you at once too.
Roughly, you can see that 4 of them seem to be on the more younger end, probably children, and the other 2 seem to be much older. Speaking of, Bilo, can you send me the source for the race thing you're using for Clover? Because I know
Yes.
you're not using a dragonborn, right? You're using a half dragon.
Yeah, I can't remember. I don't have that anymore.
Okay, do you remember if it was like a D&D wiki thing?
I think so. Let me do some D&D wikiing. D&D. Dragon race.
Yeah. Kara will go up and knock at the window.
As soon as you knock on the window, you see all 6 of these dragonborns, young and old, immediately like turn their heads 90 degrees and look right at you. They seem to be on very high alert. What do you do, Kara?
Kara kind of
Complete.
waits patiently just outside the window. Like momentarily froze, or they all turned in unison, but then knocked again. And waves.
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Wow.
Joke's on you, the window's still closed.
I don't think we used a wiki. I think we just kind of like we're winging it.
I get it. Wing it. Half dragon.
God
That's
damn
fun.
it. It's not to go to bed, you're drunk. You go ahead and you wait. You watch one of the elder dragonborn walk on over, and they pull down a curtain.
Hello?
You hear one of the
Excuse me?
children inside begin to whimper, and one of the other dragonborn's like, no, don't pay attention to him. He could be drunk. He could be drunk.
Are you guys open?
You hear footsteps inside stop, turn, walk back over. The curtains cock a little bit, and you can see a raised almost like a raised eyebrow expression from one of the Dragonborn.
And he
Ah,
needs toes.
yes.
Someone told me I should come here.
Oh, we do not run the shop downstairs.
Oh. Do you know where whoever that is, who runs it, is?
If I had to guess, let's see, where would the shop owner be at? Those are shop assistants.
He's at the casino.
No. They're at the pleasure house.
The thing
Yeah,
is,
he's going
they're
to.
all at home.
What kind of shopkeeper has a separate house and has other people living above their shop?
Nah, it's fine. I mean, it's a
There's-
group of Dragonborn.
It's really good security.
It's good security. Just because 4 of them are young doesn't mean shit.
Listen, because they're young, but it's extra security.
You know what? That do be making sense though.
Oh. So Mellow, not to interrupt, but so a half dragon, its age is half dragons live about twice as long as the member of their base race. Clover's base race is a nymph, and according to this nymph race, nymphs are created through magic and do not age.
Yeah, well, I
You're
live for
semi-mortal.
infinity times 2.
Dang.
Clover is immune to all and aging.
We're gonna have to workshop that because your character cannot be
Yeah.
immune to not being aged. They're not a
Yeah.
god. They're level
I was like,
7.
I think
we
being
could
immune to
definitely
not being
say
aged is fine.
give them the natural dragon lifespan, like the 2,000 years. I think is what we settled on. I think that would be a good compromise, as they have the dragon lifespan and not the nymph lifespan.
Right. So, what does Kara do finding out this information?
Finding out that the shop owners aren't home or where the shop owners would be.
He does not give you the exact location of where they live, but he is just saying that they are home.
Hmm.
They're at home.
Do you know when they'd be back?
If I had to guess, your best bet would be come around noontime tomorrow.
Ah, that's so far away. Thank you. And Kara jumps off the roof.
You hear like a child scream from behind the window as Kara just fucking leaps. Yeah, you go ahead and jump.
You've traumatized that poor kid.
Listen, that's what goblins do. Have you not seen Labyrinth?
Would you like to relay this to the group?
You might want to reconsider jumping, as that's
No, I don't.
20 to 35 feet, and falling damage is in increments of 10 feet.
I am aware.
Okay.
Catch him, Valus.
Fucking swan dive.
Alright.
Alright.
Yeah, Valus is gonna try catch Kara.
Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Me?
Yes.
Oh,
And
thank God you didn't ask me, because I got a 1.
like a 1 bonus or a nat 1?
I got a nat 1 because I have a +0 to my dex saves.
Well, I got a nat 2.
So
Good job, guys.
what I'm picturing is Valus is like circling left and right with their arms spread to catch them. They stop a little too far to the right, and Kara just face plants to the left of the.
Kara, you take 22 points of falling damage.
I feel like Valus tried to like dive, like jump to get Kara, tripped over her own feet, and
And
like
just facepalm.
body slammed, face planted into the ground with her arms outstretched, and then Kara landed like literally like an inch from her outstretched fingers.
Ah. All right, Nevi.
Circus.
Good night, Nebby!
Bye, Nettie.
They will be back in a few.
No, they're gone forever, chat.
Nevi is dead forever. I mean, we've been going on for almost 3 hours. If we want, we could call it there.
Yeah, we can call it there.
Stare.
What? Are you upset that you're not getting your little prostitute show here, good sir?
Except that Luckily is not going to the prostitute show. I could care less whether it happens or not.
Well, you'll get to find out next week. So, bleh.
Mumble, mumble, grumble.
You can mumble all you want.
Mumble, mumble, grumble.
That's on you for going away from the party. Anyway, I'm gonna go say goodbye to chat. I'll be right back. Okay, chat. Honestly, 3 hours is a good amount of time.